stop apologizing. And a couple people went, wow, that's interesting. What does Steve mean by that? What I want to chat about today, you guys, is the network marketing industry. And you think about our industry, and I know this is a rhetorical question because you guys can't answer me back here, but do you think it has a bad rap? Do you think the network industry has a bad rap? And I sit back and go, well, 33 years ago when I started, I had to answer the question of, oh, is that a pyramid deal? I used to have to answer that question a lot. And I made that part of my training, how to overcome that objection of people who say, oh, it's one of those pyramid deals. And, I'd have to teach people, what to say when they came across that objection. So you sit back and go, today, does our industry have a bad rap? It's like, well, what other industries have a bad rap? The first thing that came to mind when I, was thinking about that was car salesman. It's like, oh yeah, and it's not new car salespeople, it's used car salespeople, right? They have a bad rap. Lawyers have a bad rap. And I've got 2 lawyers in my family. And the truth of it is that that's not true. Used car salespeople are not bad people. Lawyers are not bad people. They're bad if you're on the losing side of whatever it is. And networkers, people like us, we're not bad people. And our industry is not bad. And so what I want to talk to you guys about today is stop apologizing. Stop apologizing for the profession that we're in. Network marketing is not perfect. But guys, it is better than any form of entrepreneurship for the average person. There's nothing better. And that's just not my opinion, okay? Check this out. The initial investment is low, right? It's low when it comes to traditional business. On average, to start a traditional business today, people are going to spend $65,000. That's the average, okay? If you're going to open up a McDonald's, it's going to cost you over $2 million just to get the logo rights. And then you have to build a building and you get, all that kind of stuff and get the property and blah, blah, blah. Okay? So the investment is low. There is no way, you guys, I could have gotten involved in, I couldn't have started my own business. Even 33 and a half years ago, I was looking to do something. I was looking to open up, I was going to open up this little facility that had batting cages and miniature golf and there's no way. The cost to even do something like that, the land that I was looking at was $3.5 million. And that's before I even put a building on it. Okay? So you sit back and go, well, Steve, could you have started something for $65,000? I don't know. Maybe nothing that I was excited about that didn't have a return. And so I got involved in network marketing. And I got in for less than $1,000. It was $1,000 for me to get started in my network marketing business. So the initial investment is low compared to traditional business. Well, network marketing has the potential for unlimited upside. Do you guys realize that we have no caps on the amount of money that we can make? There's no caps. And I know people will say, yeah, but there's no caps in what I do either. It's like, what do you do? Well, I'm in sales. It's like, okay, well, what's your sales territory? And why does your boss, always limit your sales territory or cut your sales territory and, whatever? It's like, there's limits to that. Well, what about Airbnb? It's like, well, the average person, yeah, they might have one house that they could Airbnb. But if they rented that house every single day throughout the year, there's a cap. There's a cap on that. Well, I'll go get another house. Well, I'll go get another house. It's like, well, can the average person go Airbnb 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 houses? Probably not, right? Well, so there's low cost to get started, and there's unlimited upside for what we do. And guys, think about this. The product is already created for us. Customer service is already taken care of. Our shipping is taken care of. We don't have to collect any money, right? And the leverage that you get to leverage your time, and you get to leverage the amount of people in your organization. So you guys, what makes this industry so absolutely amazing is that you can work 100 hours and get paid absolutely nothing. But at the same time, you can work 100 hours and get paid for 5,000 hours. That's the lure of our business, you guys. That's why we keep doing it. Because you go out there and you find that one person. You go find that one person, and that person takes off, and you are set for the rest of your life. So it's like, okay, didn't cost me hardly anything to get in. There's unlimited potential. I don't have to handle customer service. I don't have to handle shipping. I don't have to handle collections. I can leverage the time and the people on my team. The support is already there. Anybody can start because no skills are required, because you can learn as you grow, and you've got flexibility. You've got flexibility to work on your own time. Now, that's a curse. That's a curse for a lot of people, because most people, they're not disciplined enough. They're not disciplined enough to say, okay, I have got to make time. When I quit my teaching position to do this business full time, that was one thing that really worried me. I'm like, am I going to be busy enough? Am I going to have enough to do to keep me busy? And that question was answered within 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks. Because what I did is I just gravitated toward people in my organization that were working. And I just said, I've got to go out there and constantly reach out to new people and show them why I'm excited. And then when they got excited about it, then I would go work with them, and then I'd work with their excited people, and we'd work with their excited people, and it was just a big, big snowball. Guys, our industry is what? It's low risk and high rewards. And we get excited about it, right? Because of all of these points. And then the naysayers will come back and say, well, does everybody win? It's like, well, of course not. Of course not everybody wins. But not everybody wins in every aspect of life. You take real estate. I think I've said this before, but I read somewhere that 90% of all people who get their real estate licenses, they never sell a house. They never sell a home, not one. So does the real estate industry, does that get a bad rap? It should, with numbers like that, right? And there are some really, really successful people in real estate, and then 9 out of 10 people don't even sell a house. Why is that? It's not the industry's fault, right? For people who, decide to grow and learn and get better and develop skills and grow their networks and improve productivity in their networks, these are the people that win big time. We get all of the benefits as network marketers, guys. We get all of the benefits of traditional business ownership without any of the typical risk, without any of the typical risks associated with business ownership. So I want everybody to, I don't want people walking around hiding the fact that we are in this profession. We've got to hold our heads up. We got to put our shoulders back, because we have a better way. I dare people to tell me that this marketing doesn't work. It's like, I dare you to tell me that. It's like the world is starting to understand. Okay? The world is like, we live in the gig economy today. Just look at Uber and Lyft and DoorDash and all these things that you can do on the side to make some extra money. Now, you know why Uber and DoorDash is not appealing to me? Is because you're limited. Because you have a limited amount of money that you can make. I don't care if you drive 24 hours a day and your meter is constantly running. There's a limit on how much you can make. Now, what would make Uber more attractive? And the person who invented Uber and Lyft, they already know this. What if you became an Uber driver, and then anybody else that you got to drive Uber, you got a percentage of whatever they made? And same with DoorDash. Okay? I always thought that teaching school would be so cool if I got a percentage of the earnings of the kids that I taught. How cool would that be? Right? I'm a 5th grade teacher. I take my so there's 12 grades. And so there's 12 teachers that would split the earnings of that student that they taught. That's leverage. That is leverage, right? Guess what? That's what we do. That's what we get to do. We get to go out there and develop our teams, all right? And we get paid a percentage of their earnings. So listen, don't feel bad about something that is better than any form of entrepreneurship for the average person. Don't feel bad about that. We need to celebrate this, okay? And if you run into a skeptic, just give them the bullet points that I just gave you guys. You know, say somebody, well, is that one of those pyramid deals? Is that network marketing? Is that one of those pyramid deals? I go, yeah. Low investment to get in, unlimited potential. Customer service is taken care of. Shipping is taken care of. Collections is taken care of. I get to leverage my time, and I get to work my own hours. Yeah. That's what it is. That's amazing. What it is. Can you beat that? Can you beat my profession? And people are going to look at you and go, no, I absolutely can't beat that. And listen, is our industry perfect? Of course not. But guys, if you have an entrepreneurial bone in your body, you'll understand that it's better. Okay? Now, just because our industry is great, that doesn't mean you're going to make any money, because you've got to be plugged in. Listen, all of you guys are present right here. Jimmy Bowles told me this analogy the other day with our cell phones. Guys, take a look at your cell phone right now. Some of you are probably holding your phone right now, and your phone is present, okay? And your phone is present, and that's great. But if your phone is not plugged in, eventually it's going to die. Your phone's going to die. So you have to plug it in. So your phone is present, and you've got it plugged in. Congratulations. You've got to be present, and you have to be plugged in to what we're doing. But here's the downside. Just because you're present and you're plugged in doesn't mean you're going to make any money. Because just by you being on these calls on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, that doesn't make you any money. Just because your phone is sitting on your desk and it's plugged in, your phone is present and it's plugged in, it's still not going to work unless you push some buttons. You have to push buttons on that phone in order to make it work. So in other words, you have to take action. You've got to take action. You can be present, you can be plugged in, but unless you take action, none of this matters. So my goal for you today is to celebrate the network marketing industry. Make sure that you are present, make sure that you're plugged in, and make sure that you take action.